Hey everybody, Pokemon Atui here. Today I'm bringing you guys my Round 3 NPT match versus Khaz. His Twitter and his YouTube will be in the description. If he has a YouTube, I'm not entirely sure. A little bit of a spoiler alert, I get pretty lucky in this match. If you look at his team, it actually matches up pretty well against mine. I really don't have a safe switch into Mienshao. I'm pretty sure it knocks out Mega Aerodactyl, knockoff, does a lot to Victini, which is why I'm actually running Colder Berry. And Mega Sableye is just a thing I really have a problem dealing with. It can Sucker Punch / knock off the Victini. It eats any hit from the Mega Aerodactyl. If it gets up a couple Calm Minds, Yanmega's going to do nothing to it. It's just really a bad situation. And I was actually really excited because I learned that Seismitoad got Gastro Acid, and I was going to be like, oh, I can just get rid of its Magic Bounce, but it bounces back with Gastro Acid, so that doesn't help me at all. So I just decided to slap on Scald, and if it came down to it, I would fish for a burn on it, because I really don't have much for it. Although what is good is that he doesn't really have a switch into Victini, much like most teams, because Victini is a monster. So, as long as I can keep Victini healthy, I'm going to be able to do a lot of work with it. So let's get into the battle. He's going to lead off with his Thundurus, as I lead off with my Seismitoad, and I know the Grass Knot's coming, and I really don't want to take it because I'm running Leftovers, not Rindo Berry. So I go out into my Sandslash, which just eats it. This is the same Max Spadef AV Sandslash I used the first match, and it's just going to eat up any hit from that Thundurus. Here I go for the safe knockoff as he brings in his Ferrothorn, and unfortunately I have to take the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet, but, you know. Here I make a weird switch into Seismitoad because looking at his team, I didn't need Seismitoad too much, but unfortunately for him, he ends up missing the Power Whip, which was huge, because that probably would have knocked out my Seismitoad. I was fully physically defensive, but I don't know if I could take a Power Whip. And moving along in the battle, his Ferrothorn explodes, so that's cool. Here, I'm going to go out in my physically defensive Seismitoad on his high jump kick, but he unfortunately misses, and as you'll see later, that was a really unfortunate miss. So here I get to go for a free Scald, and continuing with the theme of him getting bad luck, I burn his Thundurus, which also will come into play later. Also, judging by that Scald damage, I'm able to determine that that is an Assault Vest Thundurus. You know, 22% is not much. Here I'm actually going to pause it because I really thought he would go for the Grass Knot. You know, if I switch in Yanmega, although I do quad resist it, I am weak to rocks 4 times, so I'm going to take a lot of damage from that. Plus, you know, I'm in with my Seismitoad. I was willing to sack it off earlier, so I figured he would just go for the Grass Knot. So I really didn't expect him to go for the Volt Switch, but as you see, he goes for the Volt Switch, which sucks, because now I don't really have a way to one-shot Meloetta. Also, his Thundurus can outspeed a decent portion of my team, and as you'll see here, now he gets the high jump kick off of my Seismitoad, and it does over half, so had he landed the first high jump kick, my Seismitoad would have been dead, and that Mienshao would have been a big problem for later. Here, I just decided to sack off my Seismitoad because I want to get a Rapid Spin off with my Sandslash, and I feel like he might predict me to go for something like a Toxic, although I guess I've revealed Assault Vest, so he wouldn't, but I was really hoping he wouldn't go into Mega Sableye because that would suck, but he doesn't, and I'm able to kill his Thundurus. Here, he's going to Mega Evolve, and he's going to immediately go for the Calm Mind, and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous because this thing probably is carrying Shadow Ball, which hits Victini hard. It's neutral against the rest of my team, and overall I'm not super prepared for it. Again, Sableye is just something I can't really switch into. And right here is where he makes a pretty big misplay. I revealed lefties on my Cobalion, so immediately he should have thought, oh, this thing has Leftovers, it might have Substitute. And because this is a physically defensive Sableye, even if I went for something like a Swords Dance, it wouldn't have mattered too much. He would have been able to 2-hit KO me with the Shadow Ball at +1. So here he goes for the Wisp as I sub up, and because of that, I'm able to get up a Swords Dance, which will allow me to do much more damage to the Sableye, because now he can break my sub, and he's afraid of me going for a sub again, so he's just going to end up going for the Shadow Ball as I go for the Iron Head. And although it does a decent amount, I'm able to take it, and I can hit him with another Iron Head so that I can finish him off with anything else on my team. But I do flinch him. This flinch wasn't as important as the other ones, because, you know, I was able to revenge kill it with anything else anyway. Like, basically, as you'll see here, he's going to go into his Meloetta as I go for the Iron Head, which I really thought would kill, but I forget sometimes that Cavalion is really not that strong, so it didn't. But here, I can just go into my Yanmega, which I could have done if I didn't get the flinch. And I'm going to go for the Protect, and since he's leftovers, he's not going to be able to outspeed me, because obviously no Scarf. So I'm able to Protect on his Thunder Wave, and I'm able to knock it out with a Bug Buzz. And I should be able to win with Yanmega. I don't have Giga Drain because Bug Buzz OHKOs, Life Orb Bug Buzz OHKOs Kabutops anyway, especially after Rocks, but it didn't, so I guess he's running a little bit extra bulk, unfortunately, and he's able to knock me out with a Stone Edge. And I actually get scared for a second, because if this is a random Scarf Kabutops, and he lands both the Stone Edges, I lose, because Victini is Cold Berry, and although I'm heavily invested in bulk, I don't think I can take a Stone Edge. And Sand Slash is at 4% HP, so if he's Scarfed and lands 2 Stone Edges, I lose. But as you'll see here, he just goes for the Desperation Aqua Jet. It does under half, and I'm able to just kill this thing with the U-turn. So that was actually a pretty good game, Khaz. Again, I apologize for the hacks. I know you said it was whatever, but it sucks. You know, you might have... I mean, not that you might have, but you had definitely had a much better chance at winning if that didn't happen. So, good luck to you in future endeavors, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed. Coming up next, we actually have the semi-final match. This next match is the one that determines the winner of the Silver Division, so I will see you guys in the next one.